I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and say that. Good afternoon, y'all. I meant to do this morning, but I'm going to make this video real quick. Put my thoughts out here. I think the Democrats have found their candidate. Um, and I'm gonna tell you why. John Ossoff, Senator Hoss, I think that's Ossoff. I hope I pronounce his name right. I believe he is the candidate of 2028, and I'm gonna tell you why. Right, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna play a little bit of his speech he did, um, defending Obama, talking about the Epstein files and so forth. So let me just play some of his speech, and then um, I'm gonna go ahead and let me put my comments up real quick. Put my comments up real quick. So yeah, so y'all can see what you know. Anyway, this is how I'll be back in a minute.
First of all, thank you to Elise Wade for that kind introduction. Give it up to Elise. Thank you, Elise. And thank you to all the volunteers and organizers who built this event, who will power us to victory in November. Thank you. Now, would every veteran, every military service member, every military spouse, please raise your hand and hold it high and be honored by all of us here today. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Atlanta. This election is 9 months away. But the crowds I've seen over the last year at rallies like this one, The crowds every week in people's homes and backyards across our state as we organize and mobilize toward victory.
Yeah, let me go ahead and talk about this. He's running for another term. I think he's running for, if I'm not mistaken, a full second term. I think he's running for a full second term because I think his first term was originally, or was it Warnock? I forgot which senator it was because he's from the state of Georgia, and him and Senator Warnock was elected at the same time. I think he's serving his first full term because the senator who was in that office resigned or joined the Trump administration, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, nonetheless, so this is him trying. He running for another term. He is about age 38. Okay, he's age 38. If he's elected, right? I mean, I believe though this is your candidate. You know, if Kamala Harris was smart back in 2024, she would have picked him. You know, I really don't understand how Democrats always pick the wrong vice president. I don't understand why they do that. I mean, with the exception of Bill Clinton, with the exception, I say from 1968 on up till today, with the exception of Bill Clinton, everybody picked the wrong VP. I don't understand that. The VP picks that everybody picks is always brings down the ticket. You know, as somebody who studies politics, look at things and so forth. But yeah. Anyway, let me keep it moving though.
Leave no doubt that Georgia is ready to do our part to save our republic again. We're ready. Now, many of you are here because you just can't stand what's being done to our country. You're seeing what I'm seeing, right? The president posting about the Obamas like a Klansman at 1 a.m. You see our government transformed into a tool of one man's personal vengeance and power and enrichment. You see the president and his family rake in billions while Americans struggle to make ends meet. You see prices going up while jobs are getting harder to find. You see millions lose insurance and local, whether our republic now in our 250th year can survive it all. But Atlanta, I'm here to tell you we will overcome this together.
See, yeah. See, this ain't no senatorial campaign. I'm gonna tell people this. This ain't no senatorial campaign. Yes, he's running for Senate right now. Yes, you see the 2026, signs up. And I'm going to say he's not running for Senate. Well, he is, but his eyes is on that prize, okay? Now I'm gonna tell you why I believe he will be the candidate. And anybody who is logical, see the problem I have with the Democratic voter, right, is that there are two types of Democratic voters that really gets on my nerves. um, you got those who are so on the, you got the baby boomer crowd, right? Who wants the Clinton-esque, the Al Gore esque type of politician, or you know, of that type. And then you got the irrational liberals, right? And I'm not saying liberals are irrational. I'm talking about there's a subset of liberals and progressives who are um they're too irrational, too emotional, right? The idea of cramming down Jasmine Crockett, and no, please do not come up here talking about I'm being misogynistic or I'm downing a black woman, because on the other side, that the aforementioned side, the old crowd, they're trying to cram Gavin Newsom down everybody's throats. And then, you know, we have Kamala Harris trying to run for another time, trying to run for a third time. You know, Kamala's still around here trying to run, and then you got AOC, you know, filled everything out. But I'm gonna tell you why I think, though. I'm gonna continue on with the speech though, but I'm gonna tell you why he might be most like in my I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it right for today. As of today, I'm gonna call it this. This is possibly the Democrats' best chance in 2028. All right, this is probably the Democrats' best chance in 2028. You know, so anyway.
We will. We will. Because Atlanta, some people just happen to live at times and in places where history is made. And Atlanta, this year, once again, that's us. Once again, that's us. And it's not the first time the whole country's counting on us. So Atlanta, are you ready to fight? Atlanta, are you ready to win? There you go. This is what democracy looks like. Now maybe you felt.
Yeah, you got the women swooning. You got the women in the background, just you know, it's you know, you see the slow burn of charisma. He's not out there being, you know, women falling down and women fainting. No, but you seeing a slow burn of charisma. And like I said, you know, I don't know who taught him this, but yeah, I mean, this is y'all's candidate. All right. And you know what? And I like it. I like it. You know?
Maybe you felt surrounded by darkness this last year. But Atlanta, the first light of dawn is on the horizon. Look at Texas. Look at Virginia. Look at New Jersey. Look here in Georgia. Look here in Georgia, where Democrats just won 2 statewide races by 25 points.
And let's talk about it, right? There's a reason why if people are logical, and people need to start thinking in logical terms in order to win, right? Um, Mr. Ossoff has something that no other candidate has. That no other candidate, with the exception of J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance and Ossoff are the only two potential candidates that are millennial. That's one. The second thing that Ossoff has that nobody else has been mentioned, Ossoff is Jewish. He's white, male, straight, and Jewish. And he's a millennial. And messaging matters, right? Sometimes you have to put the face on who's giving the message. You cannot, in the day of Trumpism and the day of MAGA, the fear of the other, right? The fear of the other. Gavin's going to fall to the wayside, Mike. Gavin Newsom's going to fall to the wayside because I don't think nobody wants a California as president. Anybody from California as president. And with Kamala running it again, because Kamala Harris is already running it again. Her being from California, Gavin Newsom being from California, I can see him being VP. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. But I think though that us millennials are frustrated, right? We kind of frustrated. And let me speak as somebody who is a millennial, an 80s baby. We are the only generation that fought two wars that never was won. Now we are supposed to won the war against Afghanistan because of 9/11. We are supposed to won that war because we was attacked, right? We was attacked on 9/11. We supposed to go over there and kick ass and such, and then the last day of the war, it was like we just people was falling off of airplanes trying to flee. No ticker state parades, no job well done, no the commander in chief saluting the motorcade from the motorcade at as the troops falling down the Pennsylvania Avenue. There is our generation never who went to Afghanistan, went to Iraq, went into Syria, went into and fought ISIS, fought Al Qaeda, fought the Iraqi regime. We came back home maimed and confused, and we was used and abused. So I think I think there's gonna be a backlash against another baby boomer, and I think also I believe though people who are Gen Xers, I think they're gonna be pushed to the side. I think Gen X is gonna be pushed to the side as well in all of this as well. I mean that's how I see it. Yeah. She raised 900 million in 110 days. That's impeccable. Yeah. But the problem is, Mike, and I might drop down the link in a minute. I might drop the link, but I wonder if that's going to the campaign of today or she just paying back debts because from what I heard though she's she needs to pay back the debts from the 2024 election. If you ask me, but who knows, right? So keep it.
Look at Minneapolis, where they organized to protect children from being kidnapped at school, where tens of thousands marched in protest, where nonviolent civil disobedience forced the tyrant to retreat. Atlanta, there's a wave.
Well, see, and he needs to be more pro-gun, right? He needs to be pro-Second Amendment, because it was the white people of Minneapolis having guns. I think that really made ICE and those who run ICE to fall back. Because I'm of the thought of Thomas Jefferson, or should I say James Madison rather, James Madison, who wrote the Second Amendment, and also who's part of the Federalist Papers and Anti-Federalist Papers, said that that gun rights is there to check the encroachment, the illegal encroachment of the government itself. And that's part of the reason why Trump and ICE kind of fell back within Minneapolis. But I wish Democrats now would drop the whole gun control issue, put that on the back burner, or scrap it all together. I'm for scrapping all together, if you ask me, though. Just saying, it won't be Newsom. Montana won't even let his plane land because he's still owed money. Oof.
Building. And come November, the people who have been looting this country and desecrating our values are going to feel it. And here's the thing, Atlanta. They know it. And they fear it. And that's why their abuses are becoming more reckless and desperate. But as long as we don't give in to doubt or despair or division, our victories will be so decisive that no half-baked plot hatched in the White House will foil the will of the people, Atlanta. The power of the presidency is nothing compared to the power of the American people.
See, that tells you he's running. That tells you he's running. Because I'm gonna say this right now. Now, there's always somebody saying that what's his name in Minnesota's running. The mayor of Minnesota. They said that they want him to run, and I'm talking about the people who are the rank and file people, right? They want the mayor of Minneapolis to run, but I think Ossoff. I think that, can I please somebody please tell me if I'm pronouncing the name right? Ossoff, is that his name? Please tell me if I'm pronouncing his name right. Ossoff, in my opinion, would be a better pick because you need the South. And the problem with Harris should have no business picking Waltz. Okay. And I'm gonna say this too. Pick if the Democrats pick Ossoff, right, or vote for Ossoff, it would remove the bad taste of Kamala ditching what's his name? The governor of Pennsylvania. What's his name? I forgot his name now. The guy with the glasses. Because he's of the Jewish faith, right? So I think that it would erode that part, and also him being Jewish, he would be better on what's going on, Queen? Going with you. I think that he got all the right boxes checked. And since he went after Bishop Netanyahu's regime, and I think Mike V, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't he vote down of no longer giving Israel the money because he wants the genocide to stop? The so-called, for the, let me say it like this: the so-called genocide. I'm putting my quotations in the air because I don't want to be seen as anti-Semitic. Because I know I'm being watched though. No, I know I'm being watched. So let me be careful with my words though. So I think that what is the governor of Pennsylvania's name? I forgot his name. Oh, nothing. You guys, yeah. I apologize for starting this late though. By the way, I apologize for starting this live stream late. I worked last night, and I wasn't on schedule, but I worked. Somebody called me in, so I'm kind of tired though. So I'm trying to force this in. So forgive me. Anyway, let me keep it moving.
Atlanta, are you ready to win? Every day our wave grows taller, our tent grows bigger. All across Georgia, more and more people of every background and belief reject the chaos and corruption. It's not just Democrats and independents. Republicans take me aside or they call me on the phone. They tell me they're afraid of where this president has taken us and they don't want it to go on. They tell me they're voting for a Democrat for the first time. And it's no mystery why. This is the cruelest and most arrogant group of people who have ever ascended to high office in the United States. And their cruelty and their arrogance are matched only by their incompetence. The president said he'd bring down prices on day one. Instead, his tariffs keep driving prices higher and higher. Since he,
let's talk about that, about the tariffs part, right? According to some research, people, because of the tariffs, people are paying $1,000 in 2025. The household paid an extra $1,000 because of the tariffs, because the price went up, light bill went up, food went up, agricultural products went up. Any edible or drinkable object has went up. Anything that deals with manufacturing went up because of the tariffs. So everybody, on the average, this is the average cost, paid $1,000, if not $1,500, this year, more than what they was paying last year. And since the income tax, a lot of people are not getting their returns on their income tax. That's something else that needs to be talked about. But he has a point on that.
He took office. Coffee is up 20%, ground beef and the power bill both up 13%,
Wow.
Apple's up 10%. I could go on, all in 1 year. Unemployment is rising too. Listen to this. American manufacturing jobs have shrunk nearly every single month since Trump rolled out his tariffs. Last month, more Americans lost their jobs than any January in 17 years. And while prices are going up and jobs are getting harder to find, they decided to let health insurance premiums double for more than 20 million Americans, including more than 1 million Georgians. 200,000 Georgians have already lost their insurance. I heard from a woman in her early 60s who waits tables for a living. She's fighting cancer. She told me she was going to lose her health coverage in the middle of chemotherapy. In the middle of chemotherapy. Now, you remember, we were told that MAGA was for working class Americans. But this is a government of, by, and for the ultra rich. It is the wealthiest cabinet ever. This is the Epstein class ruling our country. They are the elites they pretend to hate. So prices are up, jobs are going away, Medicaid and school lunches are slashed, nursing homes are getting defunded. If you're Steve Bannon and your pitch was Trump for the forgotten man and woman, how do you sell any of this? Trump was supposed to fight for the working class. Instead, he's literally closing rural clinics and hospitals to cut taxes for George Soros and Elon Musk. He was supposed to end the globalist world police foreign policy. Instead, we're doing war for oil and nation building again and threatening to conquer Greenland.
Right. And I don't care. I listen, I really don't care. I don't care. Okay. I'd rather have Obama back. Okay. I'd rather Obama serve a third and fourth term. Okay. I really don't care. It's better than what we're having now. Okay, it's better than Biden. It's better than Trump. I don't care. I'd rather have Obama serving a fourth term right now than what we have now. I'm just saying. I wonder if the mud seal class, and yes, I'm going to keep cracking. Put my boot on the mud seal class, right? The mud seal class. I wonder if the mud seal class actually think for a minute. Every one of Trump's cabinet picks came from backgrounds that are not to theirs. I wonder if they actually think about that. I'm talking about the mud seal class, right? Because they claim that Donald Trump is for them and MAGA is for them, and this is we're America first. But I wonder if they was I wonder if they think that Trump had them in mind when he picked his cabinet and pick members within his own administration. I wonder if they ever thought about that. I'm talking about the mud seals, the mud seal class within the MAGA movement.
He was supposed to drain the swamp. Instead, this is the most corrupt administration of all time, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Listen to what Marjorie Taylor Greene just said about MAGA last week. I'm serious. Marjorie said, quote, "I think people are realizing it was all a lie." Hold on, it gets better. Marjorie said, what MAGA is really serving in this administration, who they're really serving is their big donors. Guys, this is Marjorie Taylor Greene talking. She went on. Marjorie said, quote, "The big donors that donated all the money and continue to donate to the president's PACs and are donating to the big ballroom, those are the people who get the special favors. They get the government contracts. They get the pardons." All true. Spot on. Marjorie, welcome to the resistance.
I wouldn't welcome her. Hell no. No, Marjorie. You stay your you're behind over there. Okay, you don't even come over here. You know, you stay your ass over there. We ain't trying to hear you. You know, because you was told in 2016, and then your little racist, you know, diatribe, and then you harassing a young high school student over a gun bill. You know, when he's lobbying for it, you know, the Parkland, I think the Parkland shooting, the school shooting Parkland. I forgot that kid's name. I think he was the vice chairman of the Democratic Party now before they removed him. But yeah, we shouldn't welcome back Marjorie to anything. She's not invited to the cookout. And again, Marjorie Taylor Greene is not invited to the cookout. Well, that's if I was the campaign manager. That's what I would have said. You know, advise him to say. But anyway, let's keep it moving.
It's a big tent. I think never in the history of corruption has so little effort gone into hiding so much graft. There's the pardon factory. They're running out of DOJ donors and political allies straight to the front of the line. And then, of course, the president and his family's net worth has increased by billions since he took office. The president and his sons have been very busy taking money from foreign governments and foreign interests. Like there's Sheikh Tanoon, national security advisor in the United Arab Emirates, who deposited $2 billion in Trump's crypto firm just after the administration granted his government access to the most sensitive American AI chips. There's Justin Sun, the Chinese crypto titan, under investigation by the SEC, who bought tens of millions of dollars of Trump coins just before that SEC investigation went away. Dar Global, the real estate fund tied to Saudi royals, has new Trump deals in 4 countries. The governments of Qatar and Oman are investing too. But Trump doesn't just want money from foreign governments. He wants money from the U.S. government too.
You know, we speaking about that Qatar, right? Speaking about because he mentioned Qatar, we got to invest. They need to start investigating about the airplane. You know, I think it was a 4740, a 474, or something like that. The 747 jet. We need to know why it was. Why did Trump bought the airplane? Why was it gifted to him? Rather, and then also why was the plane you know, what was the purpose of was it a bribe? Was a honest sale? Is it in the United States government? Is it fully in the United States government, or is it partially owned by the United States government? We need to know. We ask people know about that airplane that was bought in Qatar, in Saudi Arabia.
So our president is suing the United States for $10 billion. And if you're thinking, wait a minute, isn't that our tax dollars? The answer is yes. It is our tax dollars. Of course, the president isn't just looking out for himself. He's helping his friends and allies. Like, have you ever heard of a drug lord named Juan Orlando Hernandez?
Oh, great point. Great point he's about to make, right? Now, I ain't seen the entirety of this speech. I only saw clips of it. So there's a lot of it I had not seen. Most of it I had not watched. So yeah. And here's a point he's about to make, right? If you can do this to this person, I think the person he's referring to came from Nicaragua or Ecuador. I don't remember the country, but yet why arrest him pardon him, but yet you got Maduro and you accuse Maduro of drugs or selling drugs. You invaded a country to snatch this president. Makes no sense. Violate international law.
It's a wild story. Because it used to be the president of Honduras.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind.
But a couple of years ago, a federal judge here in the United States sentenced him to 45 years for conspiring to traffic hundreds of tons of cocaine into the United States. He had taken millions from the Sinaloa cartel and used the Honduran army and police to help them run drugs to America. And then Donald Trump pardoned him. Donald Trump pardoned a man who helped the cartels make billions of dollars trafficking vast amounts of cocaine into the United States. Donald Trump freed him because he was Donald Trump's political ally. And because this guy sent a 4-page letter to Trump saying he was a better president than Biden. But then they will tell you with a straight face that the raid in Venezuela was about drugs. See, Maduro should have just sent Trump a check or sponsored the ballroom. By the way, Maduro's successor in Venezuela seems to have directed $500,000 to Trump's inauguration. Someone should probably look into that.
Whoa. Is that true? Is this true? I might have to look that up. Who gave money to the inaugural ceremonies last year? I want to look that up. What's going on, Femi, from the chat? What's up, Femi?
The fact is, it pays to be friends with the president. It pays to kiss this president's ass. And if you really need something, you can always just pay the president. Whether you're a sheikh or a felon or a kingpin or a political donor, there's a buffet of corrupt options to curry favor with this administration. And yes, Donald Trump cut our health care so people like Elon Musk would pay lower taxes. But don't forget, he also cut our health care to fund the creation of a huge federal paramilitary force. Now, look, there are still plenty of patriots serving our country in the U.S. government and decent, hardworking folks in federal law enforcement trying to do the right thing every day. But this ain't that. And the American people are asking, why are roving gangs of masked men who look like they couldn't pass the Army physical exam dressed up like pretend Delta Force operators, wearing camouflage and carrying ARs on the streets of American cities, setting up checkpoints to harass commuters, demanding papers, dragging people screaming from their cars, and shooting people to death? They don't have to identify themselves. They don't have to explain why you've been stopped.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But my ears perked up about the who donated money to the 2025 presidential inauguration. I gotta look this up. I want to see if this is true. You know what? Let me keep it playing. Let me keep this playing while I do my little research. Anyway, let me keep rolling. Be right back.
Film them and they tell you you've been added to a terrorist watch list? A Republican congressman running for Senate in Texas, he said, you abide by them and you get to keep your life. Obey the federal government, they tell us, or die. What happened to don't tread on me? And by the way, if you're carrying a firearm, the Trump administration said they have license to kill you. Are there any principled constitutional conservatives left in the United States?
You know, he's right. It's gang. That's what this is. It's gang. And yes, though Trump did say something about taking away people's guns. I think he was in what state he was? I think it was in Wyoming or Idaho. I wonder if he was in Idaho. No king pigs. No king pigs. Newsom will not be the candidate in 28. I'm gonna tell people right now, he's not the candidate in 28. I know y'all. I know. No, that's what the establishment wants, right? That's what the establishment is trying to force people to accept, right? Newsom this, Newsom. Well, why would anybody vote for a governor whose population is decreasing? Why would you vote for a governor from a state whose when people are moving out of his state in record numbers? So I don't know why people keep shoving Newsom's down everybody's throats. No. And plus it's California, and if you want to win the South, you want to win the Midwest, you can't just bring that Californian perspective to the rest of the, of the nation, or on the east side of the Rockies. That's not. I'm sorry. On the east side of the Rockies, that California perspective is not going to work. I'm just saying, the West Coast perspective, I should say. Let me try to find the donation list of Trump's second term.
Because it's not just the Department of Homeland Security, but shredding our Bill of Rights. The administration is fast corrupting the Justice Department and even our intelligence agencies. And yes, they are laying the groundwork for mischief in the upcoming elections. The president said we'd never need to vote again. Then he said we shouldn't have elections. Now he says he wants to take over the elections. And Tulsi Gabbard, the country's spy chief, comes to Fulton County, Georgia, to oversee the seizure of ballots.
I'm glad he said that, because Tulsi Gabbard has no jurisdiction in domestic affairs. Okay? The national intelligence is usually the CIA, right? Or NSA. Why are you worried about what's in the United States when your job is spying on foreigners, not American citizens, and stealing American election hardware and documents? So I'm glad, though, he put that up.
Your ballots. Tulsi said the president asked her to go, which means the president is personally managing federal raids on election sites in battleground states, all in service of his obsession with overturning the 2020 election and laying the groundwork for whatever they're plotting this year. But they made a big mistake. They came to Fulton County, Georgia. They came to the political and spiritual heart of the civil rights movement. They came to the doorstep of John Lewis's congressional district. And as a result, we are going to mobilize the biggest and most unstoppable turnout in state history. Are you ready to vote, Atlanta? Say vote. Say vote. Say vote.
Okay, let's stop right there real quick. Let me get down to the let me get down to the list. Hold on, let me see. Oh, come on. Don't give me that. Let's go over here. The opensecrets.org. Yeah, the Trump administration 2025 inauguration donors. So let's see here, right? Let's see. Okay. Warren Stevens from Little Rock. That's Stevens Incorporated. Drake International. Weapons. Yes, they make the SAB jet. If you Draken makes what's they make that what's that jet? The SAB SAAB, and it also and Drake is also no, I'm sorry, Drake is also a mercenary. Think of it as Blackwater. Okay, that's really Drake International. Yeah, that's Blackwater. Okay, let's scroll down. Let me see. Where's is there any numbers? Oh, wait a minute. Is that all the list? It gotta be more than this. Hold on. It's on Open Secrets. Hold on, let me see. Is there a okay, good. Okay, good. Okay. Um let me see here. Mm-hmm. And look at the donor list. Oh, there you are. There you are. Hold on, there you are. I wonder if there's any international donors. I think that's it. Unless it's the company that owns that Venezuela owns that is these are Americans. So hold on, let me sit here and say this. Hold on, let me do this. Let me go over here real quick because I want to back up what he said. Um, let's see. I want international. Okay, international. Let's see here. Let's see here. If I don't see it, then um, if I don't see it, then I'm gonna dig further because those on that list is it's on that list it's American citizens, but I didn't know there was somebody on Goldman Sachs, Open AI. Uh, do me some more digging. Ooh, ooh. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Yeah, the Federal Election Commission. Um, let's see if it's over here, right? Let's see if it's over here, right? That's a whole lot of. Well, how much is that for? 740, almost 742 million. Okay. Uh, let's see about this committee. Let's see about this committee. The Trump Vance inaugural committee. All right. Let's see who's spending. Let's break this down. Okay. Let's see. There's a number. Okay. All right. Unless that's a shell company that Venezuela owns. Um, see, Linda McMahon, $1 million. Yeah, that's WWF. Yeah, yeah. She bought her way up in there. Wait, scratch that. Let me get back to there. See, this needs to be talked about right here. This right here needs to be talked. Did she bought herself a seat in the cabinet? That that needs to be talked about. Did she bought her position in the cabinet? All right. So let me get back over here. See where we at. Okay. Let's see. Lockheed Martin, um, Johnson and Johnson, McDonald's. Hold on, let me go to donor. You know what? Yeah. Let me go to donor. Go to donor. See here. Let me see. Going down the list. Now, one of these companies has to be a Venezuelan company. I'm trying to remember what it is. Then it needs to be Coinbase. Yeah. An Arab. Somebody who's Arab. Yeah. Somebody who's Arab. Yeah. Let me see. You got some foreigners in this. Okay. Mobile, Exxon. I see y'all. Um, Americans for Farmer. Oh, okay. That's different. Micro technology. Yeah. This person right here. I think he's Middle Eastern. From the. I guess he's from the Saudis. Let me see here. Oh, he donated again. This Arab man donated again. What the hell? Okay. So he put out another million. Oh, let me see. I might have to comb through this. Yeah, I'm going to have to comb through all of this. That's page 81 of 90. All these millions of dollars being funneled. Mobile doing it again. Um, See, I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready to do all this. I should have watched the entire video. Goldman Sachs $1 million. Now it's tapering off from less than $1 million. But still high. It's still high number donations. Oof. American Petroleum Political Action Committee. There you go. Yeah, an international company right there. See, let's go. There's about two. three international companies that donated. But everybody want to talk about, oh, America first, America first, you know. British Petroleum, okay. The international company is again. So let's see who. I need to find that name. Paramount, yeah. Of course. And I might have to research this. I might dig up in the numbers in this. Yeah, I might have to dig up in the numbers in this. Wait, stop. Hold on. Go back. International Bank Shares Corporation. Wait a minute, do I own stock in that? That sounds familiar. I wonder if I own stock in international bank stock corporations. I think I do. You know. I might have to go back and see what other foreign country or foreign corporation is donating. Wait a minute. Who is the? Wait a minute. Stop. Hold on. Let me do this. Venezuelan president. Hold on. Okay. Let's look this up real quick. Whoa! Okay. Yes, she did. Okay. Wait a minute. Yes, she did. Okay. Oh yeah, she did. Okay. Let me share this right here. Don't do this. Don't do this to me. Venezuela's new president steered a $500,000. Why do this to me? Don't do this. Don't do this. Steered 500,000 to Trump's inauguration in 2017. Mercy Rodriguez spotted an opening. Then the Venezuelan foreign minister Rodriguez directed Citco, a subsidiary of the state oil company, to make a 500,000 donations to the president's inauguration. With the socialist administration of Nicolas Maduro struggling to feed Venezuela, she gambled on a deal that would have opened the door to American investment. Wait a minute, I thought this was America first. I thought this would be America first right here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me exit out of that. Let me exit out of all that other stuff that I was saying. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Yeah. Yeah, the charm offensive flop within weeks after taking off. She urged then Senator Marco Rubio to make restoring Venezuelan democracy in his driving doors in response to Maduro's crackdown on opponents. But the outreach did bear fruit for Rodriguez, making her a prominent face in U.S. business and political circles, paving the way for her own rise. Okay, she did gain. Okay. Ossoff is correct. He is correct. That does need to be investigated. That's right. So anyway, let's keep it moving. Right, and he is correct on that part. Oh, wait, no sound. Wait, no sound. Oh, no sound. Oof, oof, oof. You know what? I hate this. I hate this. No sound. Oof. But anyway. It's almost over. How much? Yeah. I'm about 2/3 away from the ending. It doesn't matter. I came for it when he talked about Venezuela gave money to Trump. Um, the other international companies, all of that though that was raised. So yeah, I just and let me just say I do believe he will be the candidate based on based him being a new face. Well, yeah, him being a new face, him being Jewish, him being from the state of Georgia, a red state like Georgia. I think though he will be a better candidate than Newsom or AOC or anybody or for sure anybody, right? So yeah, that's who I think is going to be the candidate 2028. So yeah. So anyway, let me get out of here. Thank y'all for watching. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I know though you couldn't hear the video, so I'm just going. The video, it's not much left of the video, so yeah. So I'm gonna get off of here. Thank y'all for coming by. I would. This video would be longer, but uh, you know how things are. This thing called life, and things always get up in the way. So yeah. Um, um, they donated to the inaugural committee, not the election itself. So it is questionable. Uh, because in the article, Pure, Oh, wait a minute. I closed the article. Hold on. Let me get back. Get back to the article. Let me get back to the article so I can share you the article. This happened 2017. So back to the article. Um the lady right here, who's the come on, don't tell me this, don't tell me that. No, don't please. I don't want no paywall. Do not paywall me. Please don't paywall me. Uh, oh, oof. That is a subsidiary group in the United States to give money to Donald Trump. But anyway, since that's behind the paywall, I can't share it. I can't share you the pay. Yeah. So yeah, every time I see him begging for donation, yeah, right. So yeah, man, man, got me on a paywall, man. But that's all right. That's all right. Y'all read it when I was reading it earlier. But yeah, I think the company's called Citco. Citco. I think Citco is an oil company. Yes, Citco. Yeah, the gas station. If y'all see a Citco gas station, that's Venezuelan oil. Venezuela owns Citco. The gas stations that here in the United States, that's who they own. So I'm assuming she used the American branch of Cisco. No, not Cisco. Citco, not Cisco. I know I said Cisco. Citco, in front of money, drew the international branch or his American branch of that company, because Citco is owned by the main company is owned by Venezuela. So the American branch is quasi private, right? So it's a legal loophole. I might have talk about that later on. It's a legal loophole where a foreigner can, because it's private, the foreigner can donate to whatever community inside of the United States. Just like how let me see, just like how just as how the in 1969 and 1970, the Queen of Britain, Queen Elizabeth II, in 1970, she financed Apollo 12. No, hold on. You know what? Let me bring this up. Y'all might not know that the American space program was also financed. Hold on, put that up too. Hold on. Did the Queen finance funded Apollo program? Let me see here. Hold on. I think this up. Let me see. I'm trying to find that out. I'm trying to find it. Let's see here. Did the UK fund it? Because I remember reading up on this. You know what? I'm gonna talk about that later. I'm gonna talk about that later on, because since we're going back to the moon, quote unquote, we're going back to the moon in a couple weeks. So I'm gonna do a live stream on that too, though. I'm gonna do a live stream on mankind returning to the moon. I'm gonna do a live stream on that. That's supposed to take place within the next couple of weeks. I think they're gonna launch it from where are they gonna launch it? I think they're gonna launch it from Florida or Virginia. So we're going back to the moon again. Apparently, or they're gonna orbit the moon, something like that. Some people said it's a waste of money. Because it's even some of the astronauts are saying, man, that this is a waste of money. This is a waste of money, you know. And by looking at the spaceship, looking at the it does look like a waste of money. What's the point? Now I'm gonna say this. Now there is some natural resources on the moon. There are some natural resources like helium-3 and hydrogen-3 isotope. But how come you're not landing? Why you want to circle the moon? Why you just not land? Take some of the resources and send it back home. I don't know. But anyway, that's for another day. I might want to talk about that at another time. I'm kind of hurt. I'm kind of injured. I'm injured right now, so so I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to bed and take my hurt ass back to bed. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. So look like this pain medication wearing off. So I'm gonna get off of here. And y'all been lovely. And feel me. I want the bathtub video. I want that bathtub video. I hope your boyfriend don't mind. I hope your boyfriend don't mind. But anyway, I'm gonna stop being bad, y'all. I'm gonna stop being bad. But anyway, let me get off of here. Thank y'all for coming, though. That's all I gotta say. I'm out.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.